treat. Thank you, Lawrence. I'm Captain Ed Sullivan. Just very briefly give you a little background. 10 years ago, I was appointed by Congress to be the chairman for the state of Massachusetts National World War II Memorial Committee. And at the time, I was working with the Department of Defense in La Jolla, building the world's first optical computer with UCSD. It was a proprietary project. And Congressman Joe Moakley, who appointed me, he said, I expect that you'll do a grand job. I don't know what you'll do, but in that 10-year period, I got to know I was appointed on the basis that I was a maritime historian, and living in La Jolla for 10 years and serving on the town council, I got to be exposed to the tremendous accomplishments in the history of Ellen Brown and Scripps. And I think it's very appropriate on Patriots Day, the original Patriots Day, where New Englanders rose up in Lexington and Concord, and our country began. It's a day that we honor heroes, national heroes. Typically that's a man with a rifle coming home from war, but as we look more and more at the history of Ellen Brown and Scripps, it seems like the scope of her accomplishments gets larger and larger. Her significance gets greater. And it's very appropriate that we remember Ellen Brown and Scripps on Patriots Day. And it's appropriate that a woman could be considered a national hero. And it doesn't have to be relative to war. It could be relative to all the peaceful things that she did, all of the contributions to the community and society. So we're going to let a couple of great speakers eulogize Ellen, but I want to let you know that today there's a declaration being read in the State House in Massachusetts that will go to Washington, D.C., memorializing Ellen's accomplishments and her contributions. You're all invited to join us. We're going to proceed after the ceremony down to the site of the first oceanographic on the cove. We'll read the declaration that's being read in the Massachusetts State House. That same declaration will be going to Washington. And then afterwards, we're going to go to La Valencia for a reception, and you're all welcome. I just want to say that 2009 is a very significant year to remember, because to give a scope to you folks of what was happening here 100 years ago was E.W. Scripps. Whenever we mention Ellen, we really are collectively remembering Ellen, her sister Virginia, and E.W., because those were her right and left hands. They acted in concert in the community, and she had disdain for recognition. She always wanted her sister and her brother to be recognized. And if you knew her, or you cared about her feelings, that had to be addressed. So when we mention Ellen today, we also want to include the fact that we're also honoring the memory of E.W. and Virginia. And I just want to say that 100 years ago, E.W. was over on that campus planting 1,000 eucalyptus trees. And that's a little snippet for us to be thankful and pray. This is the 100th anniversary of E.W. having the vision to plant all those eucalyptus, knowing that there'd be college students and scientists running around in the future who wanted it to look nice. And Dr. Ritter had sent, 100 years ago in 2009, Dr. Ritter sent Charles Cofid to Europe to tour all the, what was the semblance of the first oceanographics. He visited the Musée in Monaco, and he got ideas for the oceanographic in La Jolla. He came back with instruments of measurement and ideas for what was becoming the new oceanographic. So we're marking the 100th anniversary. It's very appropriate today that we set aside time to focus singularly on prayer. We're all invited back on her birthday, October 18th. We hope this is a little Patriots Day spark, a wonderful committee in the town to come together and really put together a significant event on her birthday on October 18th. Our prayers go that we all come together on that focus throughout the remainder of the year.